Hey everybody, this is Dimensions of Supernatural. I am Maureen Grudzinski. I'm here with my co-host, Anthony Simonelli, otherwise known as
Mr. Forget About It. How you doing?
and our special guest, Cassondra Manickram. We are going to be doing something a little bit different tonight. As you can tell, I am not in my normal place, and no, this is not Anthony's green screen. I'm actually in where we are in Hampton Beach in New Hampshire. So I don't have great service here. I'm probably echoing right now. But yes, echo. Thank you, Goofy and Ron. So I will be leaving you all, and I'm going to leave you in the capable hands of Anthony Simonelli. So I bid you adieu, and I will come back later to shut things down, since normally nobody knows how to shut things down. So I hope you guys have a great time. I will check back in frequently just to make sure that everything is going well. So I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later.
See you more.
Nice to meet you.
Hey, you stuck with me tonight.
That's okay.
Yeah,
we had a great time last weekend.
Yeah, we did. We went to the Strauss Mansion. What part of Jersey is that? Do you remember?
Atlantic Highlands.
Atlantic Island. And we had an awesome time. Highland.
Because remember I was on top of that mountain, or that hill.
That was gorgeous, wasn't it?
Oh my God.
The sunset and everything. And the spirits were acting up that night, too.
Yeah,
It was great, yeah. We had a bunch of good people there. We had, who do we have there? We had
Ron.
Ron and Lourdes, of course. Ron Jacobetti and Lourdes.
No,
Lourdes didn't make it. Lourdes wasn't there. We missed Lourdes.
I know.
You know, it was not the same. Ron looked a little sad without Lourdes
Yeah, I think
at
he
his
was.
side. He was like, and I told her that, and, she felt bad because, you can't leave Ron by himself too long without him being upset without her. And Full Moon Paranormal was there, and Rich and Marcello.
They were awesome.
And we had the guy from Tower Paranormal show up, and Jenny. Jenny's in the. Hey, Jenny.
Yep.
Jenny's in the audience right now.
Hi.
She was there. She's with the Unscene Paranormal, and no, you're Unseen. No, it's
I'm
not.
Unseen.
Parasite.
It's okay.
Paranormal.
We're gonna get through this, Anthony.
Yeah, we'll get through. Okay, thank you for coming in tonight. The show's over. No, yeah. So, you've been doing this for a while. What actually? I'm going to start with generic questions. What got you into the paranormal in the first place?
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's where we should all begin, right? When we talk about this.
In the
I feel
beginning.
like that's what we all do when we meet each other. We're like, how'd you get into this?
Yeah.
I, from very young, I saw things that I didn't quite understand, but I knew they were different. I would see like apparitions, or I would hear things. And so, as a child, it's kind of scary. And then you get into middle school, and the Ouija board comes out, and you have sleepovers, do all that creepy stuff. And then
We were guys, the beers came out before there were any Ouija boards.
what happened?
If we had sleepover, it was mostly drinking beers and no Ouija boards.
Yeah, this was in the 90s. So we had Backstreet Boys and Ouija board, and just, we had a house.
Well, we had dinosaurs back when I was a kid, so.
Right.
Yeah, we had the dinosaur.
You had to be careful, yeah.
The Flintstones lived next door. It was a good old time, Nobody had shoes and stuff, so.
Right, you had to use your feet to drive a car.
Yeah, to start the car. My first car was like that, so.
Got it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little younger than that. So then, so I was always interested in it. I watched the show. I probably saw some of your stuff growing up, and then 2018, Katie Prestel of Unscene, she posted on Facebook, "Hey, my group is going to the Hinsdale house." And it was around my birthday. My birthday's November 3rd. So it was that weekend. And I looked at my husband and I said, "I always have wanted to go on an investigation. This is my birthday. This is what I want to do." So I signed up for it. It was like I think it's like a 5 or 6 hour drive.
Oh yeah, Hinsdale. It's like for us. It's like it's all the way out.
Yeah. Like West New York, like up and west. And then I met Ron and Lourdes. We all were in Katie's van driving to Hinsdale, and they were like, "So you've never done this before?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just interested." And I watch the shows, and they go, "Okay, well, it's not like the shows, and you're going to the Hinsdale house. Have you ever heard of it?" Nope. Just saw it on Facebook. It said, "Why not?" And then that night I realized,
Very good
I
place to
realized
start.
that night, I just jumped right into this.
Yeah.
There was no, maybe there's something, maybe there's not going to be something. There was definitely evidence that we caught. I got educated by Ron, Lourdes, Taz, Katie, about the different kinds of equipment they use. And I've been doing things ever since.
Ever since then, it's just been going like a snowball, gathering. It gets addicting. It's like you can't get enough places, and then you go to places like, I want to go back, especially if you get evidence to see if you could duplicate that evidence and everything. So yeah, it gets addicting.
And I feel like when you keep going back to places, I don't know, this is just my feeling, but like, I feel like the spirits get to know you, right? So then I feel like they feel like they could share more. Each time you go, you get a little bit more. Instead of just like some new person coming into a place and going, "Hey, what's your name? How did you die? What's this?" They're going to be like, "I'm not going to answer your question."
It's like with the paranormal stuff, after you go for a while and you start using the ITC and the spirit boxes, and even with the Staticom now with Ron and with that stuff, and I go with them. They say it says my name all the time. It calls me by name. It calls Ron and Lourdes by name. It calls Richard now. It's like it calls you by name, and it's wild that. And people came through. My mom came through a couple times, and I know it's her because questions I answered, and she wouldn't know, and so it's. The spirits get to know you after a while. It's the weirdest things. And you could be to a new place, and all of a sudden it's starting to talk to you. Because remember, spirits don't have a physical body like us.
Right.
They're not a solid. So they could be anywhere.
True.
And if a spirit wants to come to you, it doesn't matter where you are, they'll come to you. So I could be in another country. I could be on Mars. If a spirit wants to come to me, it's going to come to me. In any which way we can, especially with the ITC stuff and all the spirit boxes and Staticom. So it comes to you.
Right.
So
they get to know a connection to that spirit or that place.
Mm-hmm.
They'll follow you anywhere.
Yeah. So you and I met in York, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
I believe it was in New York.
Yeah.
We met there. It was
in
this
the
old
speakeasy, right?
Yeah. And it was a speakeasy. And I forgot, a woman, Laura, she was running it. Mm-hmm. And I know she contacted me. She just bought the place, or she's in charge of that place. And so I was like, okay, we'll give it a shot. I got Ron and Lourdes, and then we know they got you guys coming, and then I got Giuseppe and Joe McCaffrey. Rest in peace, Joe.
Yeah.
But and they came with us, and my son Jesse came with us, and we had a weird night that night. I remember I had
Didn't you have an experience?
I had an experience inside that. Remember, we stayed in a real estate office overnight.
Right.
That's what I had
That
the
was a different building.
experience.
Right.
But in the speakeasy, I had the SLS on, and I think Giuseppe was on stage, and Joe was on stage, Joey, and it looks like because it was a speakeasy, so it had dancing girls and had all kinds of stuff going on there because there was a pole in the middle of the stage.
Yeah.
And it seemed like something was going on the pole as they were sitting there. So that was interesting that night.
I remember that. When we first got there, I put on some music. I put on like 1920s music. I think this is when you knew that I might be a little off. Because I put music on, and then I started dancing. Well, PG, it was freezing in there. Nothing was getting taken off. But I just because I feel like that helps you in investigation, right? Like if you know a time period that a lot of things happen, speakeasies, 1920s, right? Prohibition, a lot of energy. So I'm like, all right, let's see what we get. We play some music, dance on the stage, and see what comes up. So I'm glad, someone was dancing on that pole. It wasn't me, but I'm glad you got something.
But you did walk away with a lot of dollars in your pocket, I know.
I did.
A couple singles or two.
Yeah. Maybe ghost dollars, but they were there. Yeah, that was a cool place.
I just want to say, everybody that's on Facebook, just tell me who you are, because you're coming up as Facebook users on us, and we really don't know who you are. Somebody says Haiti is missing, guys. I'm not sure. I think is Haiti on there? Maybe. Haiti, and I think Giuseppe's on there, but I can't really make out who it is, because I'm trying to get onto that.
I know. I'm going to try to get on too and see if I can start reading the comments.
So everybody, since Maureen's not in, I don't have the technology like she has to answer questions and all that stuff. So, okay.
Yeah, and I'm kind of a lost cause with that also.
And I'm not that great with typing. By the time I type one thing, 15 questions went by. Okay, Giuseppe is on. I guess. So anybody else that's on there? What's up, Joe?
Name yourself so we can say hello.
Yeah. So. Yeah. But yeah, they like the movie behind me. Some of them like the moon behind me. That's the moon from last night.
I know.
Okay, let me get my big head out of the way. Go this way. That's it. Yeah, that was from last night. The blue moon.
So my parents and I went to a lunar fair last night.
Really?
Yes. And it was. The theme was blue because it was a blue moon. So I had on blue makeup and blue lipstick. I had blue nails. We went all out.
Did you?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
awesome. That's cool. That's very cool. You go to things like that. At least it wasn't a full moon. Yes, it was a full moon.
Yeah, it was a full blue moon.
Maureen, now she's going to monitor me. And she's going to correct everything I say. It's like having a mother watching me.
Well, I guess someone's got to watch you.
I guess. I get lost all the time. But so we'll get back to what's some places that you have investigated with Unscene or yourself or.
Oh my! I didn't even talk about my team. That's so awful. So I'm part of Unscene Paranormal, and it started with her name is Kaz. She's not really. She has a kid, so we still like ask her about things, or we still talk about things, but she's not out. She doesn't go out that much. Haiti moved down to Florida with Mikey, so we don't see. I don't get to see them that often in person. And then there's Patrick and and we're still in Jersey. So we've been to the Hansdale House, as I said, the Shanley Hotel.
They're telling me that you have an echo on
I
your
have an
microphone.
echo.
You're echoing, yeah. Is that the way just your mic?
Let's see. Hello?
Or go back into settings where it says settings with the StreamYard and go down and reduce the echo. We're trying to fix the issue, everybody.
Hello?
I can hear you. Giuseppe, she's still echoing?
Am I still echoing?
Yes. I'm getting yeses.
Is it still echoing now?
No, I have no sound now.
Oh boy. Hello?
Yeah, she's still echoing.
Okay, hold on.
You got nothing now. Well, at least you're not echoing. She's not echoing now. We fixed the problem. No sound. We have technical difficulties. I can't hear you. Go back to what you were. We're gonna have to deal with an echo then.
Hello?
Yeah, okay. I
Is
can
there
hear you
an
now.
echo?
I don't know. Does she have an echo? You're not. See, I don't hear the echo. You're not echoing with me, but they're saying yeah, you are. Just mute the page. Then
I did have the mute.
it's not the studio. Go back to the page. The settings on the page. You see it?
Yeah.
On the bottom it says settings.
Yeah.
Hit that. The screen comes up. Hit the audio. And then you see anything that says echoing down there?
Echo cancellation. I hit it.
I need so you hit it?
Yep, I hit it.
Is she still echoing? Who? Okay, yeah, Bobby, come in. We're gonna try to get somebody in to help you. To help the echo.
I unplugged my mic.
No. Well, as we try to fix this, you just might muted it. Cassie and I were at this.
Talking about places that I've been.
Yeah. Cassie is still echoing.
Maybe I can do this. Hold on.
I don't know.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you, but I don't hear. I mean, you're not coming through with the echo.
Do you hear the echo?
I don't hear an echo. Did anybody else hear the echo?
Is the echo better?
Never mind. Echo. Oh, they're still saying you're echoing. We're gonna still have to go on. I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in the audio.
if Bob, you want to step in, please step in and see if you can fix the echo. I'm gonna have to go with the show.
All right. So, Cassie, you have another tab that you got with sound on your browser? There should be like a little speaker icon on the tab by the title. Oh, we lost her.
We lost her?
Yeah.
Okay. See what happens, Maureen? It's your fault. I gotta blame somebody.
Yeah, goddamn it, Maureen.
Yeah. She wants to go and have a vacation on our night here. What's the hell? What's more important? Going on vacation or the show? We're gonna have to have a long talk. I'm gonna have to dock a couple hours.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Now I'm echoing. Why?
Am I echoing?
There she is.
Yeah, come on back.
Sorry.
You're back.
I'm
Is she
back.
echoing still?
Am I still echoing?
Yeah, she is.
Well, we're gonna have to go on the show. We've been doing. Before we know the show's gonna be over. Oh, there she goes again.
Yep.
Well, I want to say, since she's doing her thing, we got our friend Haiti. It's online. She's Unscene.
Sorry, this is really bad. I'm just gonna try and help.
Hi, Dad. Hey, Dad. Giuseppe is online here.
And also, whenever Maureen was here to start the show, she was also echoing as well.
Well, photo bombs. Yep. All right. Well, I'll talk about stuff while we're waiting here. Yeah. Cassie and I went to the Strauss Mansion this weekend, and we had. I hear myself talking now. Forget the echo. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we can't fix it. Well, we got to go on the show.
Yeah, hold on 1 second.
You know. Well, we went to Strauss Mansion, and we do. Her and I were doing the Estes, and the it went off pretty well. She was coming up with a lot of good stuff. Later on Staticon with Ron and Ron Iacovetti, a lot of stuff that came out with us with the Estes confirmed back with the with the Staticon. It was the same names and same everything. Then we found out a woman that was there asking questions. Word murder came up, and she asked somebody murdered and stuff. And a guy named Frank came up. Ended up that she actually, her and her daughter had a conversation with a friend that they knew that was their boss that was actually murdered, and they had a communication back and forth, which was very interesting because it was very emotional for them that this person came through for them, and it was an interesting night. It really was. So you're on mute, Cass.
I know. Trying to figure out what's going on. I'm like the worst with this stuff, so I apologize.
So, yeah.
I was gonna say
You mentioned the team that you were on. You started.
yes. So Unscene, you're kind of all over the place now, but we've been to the Champagne Hotel a couple times. I think before COVID hit, I planned one that we all got to go to. I think before COVID shut everything down.
Yeah.
That was like our last investigation before, being able to get back out there.
So
Where else? I have a list of places I've been, and I can't think of any.
I know that isn't that the story? Every time we like ask a question, you have like all the answers. They ask a question like I don't know. I don't know.
Where else have we been? Oh my god. We were at Burlington County Prison.
Oh, I love that place.
Down in South Jersey, we jumped that. Hopefully there's headphones. I'm hoping headphones will help.
Are you gonna go with regular headphones? Okay.
No,
Burlington Prison is really good. That's in Mount Holly, New York. No, I'm Jersey. Mount Holly, New Jersey. And we got so much good stuff there too. I mean, it's funny because talk about that place. We did. I had a DVR system going, and everybody kept on saying this. Seeing in front of the cameras, like this thing flying back and forth, and Joe McCaffrey's like, these freaking mosquitoes are huge here. So I did, when you have a DVR and you have the stationary cameras, because you got the CC cameras, the closed capture cameras, and you put them in the corners and stuff like that, so nobody sees them. They're on tripods and stuff. And of course, we go dark. Everything's dark, so they got little lights in front of them stuff. So I'm noticing that a group of them come out of one of the rooms in the cellar over there, downstairs, and there's about 4 of them, 5 of them, and they come walking out, and they're walking down the thing, and all of a sudden I see a bat fly out after them. They had no idea this bat was flying around their head the whole time. It was a freaking bat, and it was. I'm there, like, because when you have the camera, you see everything when you're doing the reviews. And I said, if they see this, if they knew a bat was that close to their head, they all be screaming and running out of there, because they do it like these bugs here are big. They probably do it. The bugs are close to the lens, and when you got insects close to a lens of a camera, they look huge. They look like birds, like they fly by. So they had this bat flying around their heads. I'm like, oh man, that would have been such a funny blooper if a bat would have came close to them and they all come running out like, ah! All these big guys and seasoned investigators, and they're running away from bats. But no, but that was so funny. It's like if they see that, oh man. But I learned that night too that bats can interfere with the cameras.
With the camera?
As I have my the CC camera in the corner, and I'm shooting down, and you can see the bat flying. But when the bat gets close to the camera, you can hear the clicking, and the static. Maybe from I'm assuming from what the sonar or the sonar they give out. I said they got close to the camera started like fuzzing. And and I'm like, and I noticed it like happened like 3 times when the bat got close to the camera always like had like a fuzzy line going through it. Debunked.
Debunked.
It's not always ghost, people.
Right.
It's not always ghost.
That's what I tell people also. When I tell people like this is my hobby, I like to go out paranormal investigating, and they think of the shows, right? So they think we're going in and we're going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Yeah.
And we're not. You're sitting there, and yes, we're hoping for something to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also going in there going, all right, there's a window open, it could be moving something on the other side, and maybe people are just because you're in a scary place, right? So you already have in your head that something creepy is going to happen when it could just be bats flying near the camera and not, something paranormal happening. They're just messing with the video.
Yeah, it's like,
So it's good to think that way too. Like we're not, yes, we believe, but we also don't go into a location thinking everything's paranormal.
does ghosts have genders? I'm assuming.
I mean, we have
Yeah,
there's a spectrum, but
I mean, you have.
it was
Yeah, I mean, if a ghost comes up to you, it's with a male's voice or a female's voice, you don't think of anything else but the certain gender, you know.
right.
Don't. I mean, yeah, they have genders, yeah.
And that's the cool thing about static is you can. What I was struck by at House Mansion, and you explained when they talked about the murder, was the woman said, I don't know if anybody heard this, but she said, that's his voice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it sounds just like the person I'm speaking to. And that blew my mind. Like, she even recognized his voice as he was answering questions.
Even her daughter said, "That's his voice. That's his voice." And she was like, and like I said, got emotional.
Yeah,
At the end, I interviewed both of them, and I asked them what they thought about Staticom, and they were like, "This thing's amazing." We never thought like that would ever be like that. But yeah, I know. Look at Richard. He had his grandmother come through on one of the Staticom things.
Oh, really?
His grandmother, and so Ron. They really didn't catch much of it today. Ron listened to it and sent it to Richard. It says, "Richard, I love you, I miss you," something like that. Just generic type of, but it was very powerful. So Richard got it and he sent it to his mother. He goes, "Mom," "what do you think of this?" He didn't say nothing. He goes, "This is something that was caught the other night." She calls him back. She goes, "Where'd you get this? Where'd you get this? That's your grandmother's voice. That's my mother's voice." She's the one who identified her mother's voice.
Without even knowing the context.
No. And of course, then he explained he got it from Wine and Lotus.
That's
But still,
amazing.
I mean, yeah, I guess, they have genders. It's, yeah, you're hearing the voices of a male or a female, maybe they have, some females have deeper voices that could sound like a man, or a higher pitched voice for a male. But as we're getting people's voices. You ask for a certain individual and you're getting it.
Right.
Right. So it was interesting the other night. And we did the Estes, you and I.
Yeah.
It was me, you, and Susan from Full Moon, and Richard.
Yep.
And Patrick was helping you for a little while there.
The second time around.
Yeah, his second time around. He was sleeping the first time. But yeah, and we did the Estes to let everybody know. The Estes is when you listen to a spirit box. They put the headphones on, and the person has the headphones on with the spirit box, doesn't hear people's questions, and they're just hearing what's in the spirit box coming out. All right, so they hear the spirit box, and they just give reply. But I've done a next level with wireless mics and different rooms and 2 locations at the same time, and we had spirits talking back and forth to each other, which is the most awesome thing, because that's real time. They're talking amongst each other, and you're hearing what they're saying, and you'll say something, and the other person will make a comment, and you're on the 2nd floor, and they're in that tower of a 3rd floor, and I'm across the building. So you don't even hear our questions.
No,
You
no,
know?
I couldn't hear any of you. And at some point, am I
Okay.
still echoing, Bobby?
Yes. Do you, as previously mentioned in the chat, do you have any other tab that has the sound on? And if so, they might have to be muted.
I don't have any other tab open.
Okay, and I know you got the earphones.
I have the headphones in.
I think there was a Facebook user that mentioned that even though Andrew does not have the echo, I mean, I'm echoing, Cassie echoing, and did you have any day that's causing the echo?
Do we have any? What with the echo?
Do you have like
days?
Facebook open or something
I may.
that could have the sound?
Facebook is closed.
Everybody else is close?
Yeah.
Try the echo cancellation.
You want me to try it?
Yeah. Mine's on.
Okay, mine's on now too. We do
Okay.
microphone background noise.
All right, let's check it out, Cassie.
I think that stopped the echo.
Yep, there we go.
Yep. All right, we fixed it, people. Good teamwork, guys.
Yeah.
It only took the show. Okay, the show's over now.
We're
got
not
5 more
over.
minutes
We
to
still have
go.
time, Anthony. We got an hour and a half.
Yeah, we got some time here. Yay.
Woohoo!
So,
Thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah, not a problem. And I can help you close the show whenever it's time for you to when it's time for you to close out.
Okay.
Since Maureen's not here. All right, enjoy the show.
Good.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Bob.
Bobby.
Okay.
Awesome.
Bobby's the one that helped us. Here we go.
Thanks, guys.
So now, yeah, we're gonna have to hire Bobby for the show.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So, thank you, Bobby. That's why he makes the big money.
Isn't that why we all make the big money? No.
Well, I'm not making any money though. It's like
now what we were talking about. See, this is
we're talking about something. I have no idea. No, we're talking about
when we did the SC's method.
Yeah.
So I don't hear any of you, and for someone who's in it's kind of like I'm saying stuff, and to me none of it makes sense, right? Like I'm hearing, like I think what was something, I said something, we were talking something about a butt, right? Something happened with someone's butt. I think Susan was saying.
Oh yeah, that's something. I have the book in the car. I should have brought it up and read some of the stuff from the book. And it said that Susan was saying earlier that something is touching her. That something's touching her phone, her back pocket.
Oh yeah, she thought her phone was vibrating or something.
Yeah, something. But her phone, she didn't even have a phone.
Right, and then when she checked, she didn't have her phone.
Yeah, she goes, something's touching my pocket. And then you said, but.
Yeah, I said but.
We said but. We thought maybe but, not but.
Not the right.
But
not
it was
the
like
body.
at the same time. She said that. Then you said but, and then it was. Then she comes back and she says something about still being touched or something. And of course she said but. So yeah. I'm assuming but mean her butt.
Right.
And it was a room with a bunch of kids. That was haunted by children.
Right. Well, so that would make sense if they would say that.
Her butt, not her or anything else. That was very interesting.
that was cool. That I couldn't when she told me that, I was like, "Wait, what?" Because I heard it thinking, but like, but comma, like something else was gonna be
Yeah,
said. And nope, they were trying to tell me
they're telling you
we're
that
touching her butt.
they're touching her butt. It's a
Yep,
big poking her in the butt there. So that was interesting. That
that
was
was
good.
cool.
That was good. That location was really good. Okay. Some of your most scariest locations that you've been to.
Hinsdale.
And
I w I would say
yeah, Los Lourdes was
Hinsdale.
the scariest thing there.
And Lourdes just needed a Snickers, okay? And then she'd be fine.
She gets
She
hangry.
just was a little hangry.
Oh man.
People don't realize that either. Like, you're investigating maybe all night, right? You try to fight through the sleep deprivation. So
Hmm.
what usually helps? Snacks. But when you're in the middle of it, you don't think about it. No, I also think there was something like messing with her. I think because that was my first time meeting Lourdes. So
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, I don't know. Maybe she's always sassy. I'm not going to judge. And then when we went to breakfast the next day, she was like, I can't believe, they were telling her, yeah, you were being like really, snippy.
Hmm.
And she couldn't believe it. Like, she didn't even remember being snippy. So that's why I'm like, okay, something definitely like attached itself or came over her or whatever. And we got a lot of EVPs during that session also.
Yeah.
Um, so I would say the Hinsdale house, just from the feeling, like the minute you step in,
And
it doesn't feel right. Yeah.
but see, that's the one thing. The first thing I do is when I go on investigation, I bring plenty of food.
Well,
I'm
I've learned.
always
Yeah.
full. I bring food, and I just bring snacks. I bring heroes, and you can ask some of the people. I bring cold cuts, the nice skinny cold cuts, the
I
Italian cold
mean,
cuts. Hey, we bring cold cuts. We bring cannolis.
yeah, you gotta.
You know, if there's no coffee, we'll bring coffee.
Yeah.
Bring a case or two of water. You guys see me and Joseph when we go to a location, we always have to find somewhere to go buy stuff. You know, just to make sure we have food. You know, gabagool. Yes, we bring the gabagool, of course.
We have the 7 fishes on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, the 7 fishes. Hey,
Uh, that's
but
funny.
yeah,
No, but that's something you don't think
the
about.
Dallas, of course.
And
We're
then,
gonna bring all the Italian cold cuts up. Yeah,
yeah, exactly. And then we make some sandwiches. You just got to be careful with like crinkly things. See, people don't think of that. And then you're in the middle of an EVP and you hear, and you're like,
oh, bag of chips, even those little candies.
yeah,
You're doing EVPs and they're opening a candy and they're throwing it in their mouth. You hear the clinking of their teeth with the hard candies, and come on.
but I love when someone goes slow and you're like, that's not helping the situation.
No.
Go outside or something. Like, don't do it right now.
Yeah.
But again, that's something like people don't think about, right? Until it happens. And then you're like, you just crinkled over an answer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, I like when women or even guys they go on investigations and they're like go with high heels, or guys go with cowboy boots with these hard heels. Come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're walking, you're making sounds that doesn't need to be made. You wear softer shoes. I mean, of course, sneakers. I've been on an investigation where we thought we heard a girl screaming, and it was somebody's sneaker
Oh,
actually hitting the surface and making that screeching sound. And
yeah.
in the echo of it, it sound on the other side. It sounded like a woman screaming.
Mm.
Of course, we have to debunk it.
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, oh, that was my shoe. You know.
Right.
So yeah, you just have to wear the right footwear. And not only that, you're wearing these heels, and they say a lot of these places you you investigated. You're on your feet all night.
Yeah.
On your feet all night. And
Yeah.
even with the sneakers or the soft shoes, your feet hurt after
Yeah.
a while.
And
You
some
know?
of these places we sleep over in, they're not Airbnbs or like the Shanley's nice because it's a hotel.
Yeah.
The Hinsdale house, it might have changed now, but
I was just
'cause
there.
I haven't been there in years, but I know they've been working on restoring it and stuff. But
Mm.
before that, we were sleeping on the floor.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
couches. They had couches like the size for like 3 feet,
Right.
and then you and I'm not a tall guy, and I'm with my knees in my chest and stuff
Right.
like that. Giuseppe sleeps in his van. Or like last time we went to Hinsdale, because he couldn't get comfortable in there because the chairs. Because he's taller than me.
Yeah.
The hanging off and stuff. So
Yeah, some of these, or even when we went to York, PA, we were sleeping under desks and
sleeping on floors.
we were sleeping on the floor.
We're hanging out, sleeping on the floor. It's like, and Giuseppe was like hunched over. Is he dead? Did he just have a heart attack? He just hunched over the table.
Oh, that's right.
Remember,
That's
he just
right.
hunched over the table.
And we were making noise and he wasn't waking up at all.
Yeah.
I know. That's what, yeah.
So when you become an investigator, people, don't expect to stay in 5-star hotels.
No.
You're sleeping on floors. You're sleeping in cold places sometimes. I mean, when I started going to Shanley Hotel years ago, there was no heat on the first floor.
Right.
They actually had a heater, one of those. It's not even. It was one of those propane heaters in the middle of the floor, and everybody used to huddle around there to get warm.
Yeah.
And Hinsdale, we've been there during cold season too. No, now he has heat. You got the bathroom is fixed up and everything. There's actually a driveway now that goes in.
Oh.
Yeah. I remember
it's the small things. It's the tiny things. You're like, ooh, that's nice.
Whoa. Yeah, we used to go there. We used to see mud
Yep.
roads, and you step out in the mud.
Yep.
So,
but I mean, at some point, like, I don't mind all that because especially if it gives you evidence, I'm kind of like, oh, I'm still going to come back. I still want to go back to that place. I mean, that's a place I want to go to over and over and over again.
mm-hmm.
And he has, I don't think he has it, but there's another Wildwood Sanitarium.
Yeah.
Have you ever been there? I haven't been there yet.
I've been. I just recently went there, like a month ago.
How was
Maureen. It's great. Matter of fact, my name's on the wall from 2017 when I first opened.
Oh, that's awesome!
And I went there and booked the
for like to.
Well, back then we went. I heard about opening up. Dan told me about the place, and they needed people to go there because ceilings were collapsing and stuff like that. And it was always water damage and stuff like that, which they fixed now. It's like totally. It's not 100%, but it's still being fixed. Those places are expensive.
Yeah.
And they got to keep by a certain code because if they do, they don't get their grant for the historic type of place.
Right.
So when I went there back in 2017, I heard about it. I was like one of the first people there.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like the third and fourth investigation there. And it was pretty cool. So she goes, yeah, sign your name on the wall. So I signed my name on the wall. So when I just went back a month ago, my name's still there. Me and my son, Anthony Simonelli and Jesse Simonelli, Seekers Company Paranormal. And my card from back then is stapled on the wall.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it's still there. So, of course, I had to write the 2003 version of my name,
right.
Anthony Simonelli. We changed it from Anthony Simonelli to Anthony Simonelli.
Oh, so, right.
My alias. So yeah, it was really good. The place it had some activity. We were there for different type of reasons. Besides, we did an investigation, but there's other stuff going on there. But it was a good place. I always liked that place. And Dan is like always sending me stuff of other places that are opening up
Yeah.
out there, and you know, Cassie is great to work with. Anthony is also, and he is always has a lot of food. That's Ron.
Oh,
Yeah. He says that you're
I
great to
know.
work with, that I always have a lot of food, which I do.
That's good.
The last time I bought like $100 worth of cold cuts
I
and bread,
mean,
stuff like that. You gotta eat good, yeah.
that makes sure your invite keeps coming too to different.
Yeah,
You go, this guy brings us
this guy
pure
brings the
Italian
food. Hey,
sandwiches.
he
Yeah.
brings cannolis, he brings Italian cold cuts and the Italian bread. You can't eat Italian cold cuts on white bread. I'm sorry.
No.
That's some nice semolina bread,
Yes.
Put it on there with the seeds, slice it, open it, pop.
And
eat.
I just like oil and vinegar. I don't need mayo. I don't need any of that. Just put some oil and vinegar on
Oil and
there.
vinegar on the nice food, yeah.
Can I tell you, after I had my son,
Eat a salad on a hard roll.
that's what I wanted.
Somebody roll, eat a salad. What the hell I want to eat a salad for? It's too healthy. The freak. I'll die old? No, I'll die young.
Yeah.
Young with a smile.
Salads every once in a while, but
Yeah.
if it's an Italian sub or salad, I'm gonna go for the Italian sub.
I like people to put salads on pizza. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I don't know. But
see, now we're talking about food. Oh,
food. We got to find a haunted deli.
ooh, actually,
A haunted Italian deli.
I might have a cafe in upstate New York that I was going to contact the owner. She used to live near us, and she's always posting about her place being haunted. And so I was going to contact her and see if we could, check out her place and gather some evidence for her.
Nice.
But she was like, "We have food." So I was like, "Already? Yeah."
You have me at cafe.
Right, exactly.
Haunted cafe. Let's go the haunted deli. Yeah, haunted cafe.
Yep.
There's some espresso and sambuca. Yay. I think we just turned a different. This is not the dimensions of the supernatural. It's the dimensions of food.
Of food. We're gonna go to haunted food locations.
Dimensions of the food.
I mean,
if you have a haunted deli or a haunted store or a haunted restaurant,
bodega, I'll take a haunted
call.
bodega.
We'll be there in a second. We'll bring our own fork and knife.
Yep. And just pay us some food and we'll gather evidence for you.
It's like singing Times Square. I work for food.
We'll investigate for food. I think we got to make T-shirts now, Anthony. We'll investigate for food.
Food.
Though, but
Jenny just bought the 76 house. I just went there recently. I spoke to the owner.
Where is that?
That's couldn't tell you the exact town, but it's by the Tappan Bridge.
Okay, I think
it's in that area.
I think I heard of it. Yeah, that would be great.
I went there and I spoke to a couple of the waiters and waitresses while I was there, and then I spoke to the hostess and stuff. She gave me a card. Matter of fact, I got the card right here. Where is it?
I think we're onto something, Anthony.
I put it somewhere. I put it somewhere safe. So safe I can't find it.
You know where it is. That's what's important.
Yeah. So I'm definitely gonna get something. Matter of fact, I got a location out there that is like I call it extreme investigating because it's actually an abandoned building.
Okay.
And I know the guy that owns it, and I actually went there a couple months ago, and I walked around and with him, half the building's collapsing. It's not there's asbestos, there's all kinds of good
gotta
stuff for
learn
the
that.
lungs in there.
Yeah,
I went in there, I was coughing a lot afterwards, Um, and being in construction, I know certain smells.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
There's dead vultures in the place that are like mortalized, they're like hardened and
That's
stuff.
never a good sign when there's dead
Nah, so
vultures.
matter of fact, they just contacted me like a week ago, and they want to know what I'm thinking about. So I'm thinking about getting something there, but this is like extreme. There's no bathrooms, no running water, no electricity, and half the building's collapsing.
That
So
sounds like a good time.
certain spots you can't go to. Yeah.
I'm down. I'll go.
Mm-hmm. We'll go in there and investigate.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the guy, he called me up and he wanted me to go there. So okay, and I went. I actually did it by myself, and it
Oh.
was interesting. Yeah, I was looking up the staircase and I thought I'd seen a little girl's face looking through from upstairs, and
Did you draw her?
not yet, but
Not yet.
I will be drawing her. See, what happens is when I see things, it's weird. I'll just put myself back into that place and I can draw that person.
Oh,
Or
that's
draw
amazing.
that spirit. Doesn't matter how. I mean, because I have to feel like drawing.
Right.
Draw.
I gotcha. Yeah.
So.
But that's so cool that you use that. Like that you're able to. You have, to me, that's like a talent because I can't draw a square. So the fact that you can you see something and then you're able to put it on paper is awesome.
Yeah, but I was always drawing since I was a kid. So my father was a drawer. Have it in my family that people have drawn, but I don't think anybody's drawn the ghost like I do.
No,
in my
right.
family.
That's what's
In
that's
my
what's
family,
cool
that's for
about
that. Richard does it with his he has psychic abilities, and he sits there and he reads people. As he's reading the people, he's actually drawing the person he's talking to, and which is I think that's amazing too. With
Yeah,
that.
because that's like another way of validating
Yeah,
the
exactly.
spirit.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Need permission. That only vampires that need permission, werewolves don't. Okay, I'm not sure. I must have missed a couple. I'm trying to read some of this stuff out there because Maureen's the one who usually reads the stuff and comments on them.
Oh, okay.
I don't have all that ability, and plus I'd be miswriting, and like I said, I'd be typing all day long. Just got one comment and it'd be like 20 questions by. So I'm not fast at any of that stuff. I'm better at talking, I think. Oh, I know Ron's going to make a comment about that.
Oh, now I see all the comments.
You see him on the side there?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I'm so bad.
You see the comments now?
Yeah, now I see all the comments. Sorry, guys. I wasn't trying to ignore you. Yeah, I think we got something started though. I think we should just go to Haunted Fooderies.
Yeah, that sounds really good. I know they're let's see.
So that's what I was trying to explain. We're kind of all over the place right now. We're we have a couple
Well, you started in Jersey, didn't you?
Yeah, we started in North Jersey. I'm currently located in North Jersey. Sorry, I wasn't trying to ignore you. And then we have members down in Florida who have connected with Florida Paranormal down there. So they do investigations with them because we're all about, para-unity. We're all about just going out and investigating with whoever will have us. Because I feel like everybody brings something different, and that way we learn new and different ways of communicating. I think it helps with that when you learn from different people and don't just stick with the same people over and over and over and over and over again. Yeah, not that I don't love those people. It's just, I think it helps to learn new things.
It sure does. Really does. I mean, I've been doing it a long time. So when I start going out with other people, I learn new things from everybody. And it's like,
Absolutely.
I don't care how long you've been doing it. You know, anybody says I'm a professional. A professional at what? Come on.
I would more call you a legend.
In my own mind, huh?
Yeah. Well, you've been doing it since what? The 60s, the 70s, you said?
Yeah. Since I was working at the Coliseum in Rome back at the gladiator days.
You were a gladiator?
Yeah, I was a gladiator. That's why I eat so much, a gladiator. Patrick's on. Hey, Patrick, it's good to see you up.
He was only an hour late this time.
Yeah, he's only an hour late. That's good.
No, we love you, Patrick. He knows he's late to everything.
Yeah, but so yeah, Patrick, how's he in the group? Besides, always late.
No, Patrick. Patrick. So we're birthday twins. We have the same birthday.
Ah,
yeah. So I think we were meant to like meet and do this together because we kind of just we usually when it gets too serious, then we just start talking shit to each other. I mean, am I allowed to curse? You know,
shit's not really a curse.
I know, but you know, some people get.
You're working too many school kids.
I know. That's right. I do. I work with children, so I'm usually like very aware of swear words. Not when we're out investigating, but.
Yes. Yeah, he calls you his birthday sister.
Yes, yes.
You know. So, but I want to know more about these ghosts and stuff. What do you think about like what's the best evidence that you got in the past? Anything?
The best evidence. I'm trying to think what's the best evidence we got. It's mostly like EVPs. Taz, the first time we went to Hinsdale, Taz actually caught an entity on video.
Oh, I think I've seen that.
Yeah, with the black. I think it's a cat.
That's when I seen the evidence. That's what I thought it was too, because you can see her tail.
Yeah, I think it's a cat. Which, I mean, that's cool. Like, I'd rather it be a cat than
a kid, yeah.
Some creepy, or you know, something like evil or something that's lurking. But I'm trying to think. Oh, and that was another one. Ron and I went upstairs and did EVP session, and we were listening back, and I said it was my birthday, and we actually got a happy birthday. We got a happy birthday to me. So that was cool. Wow. That was awesome.
Spirits had wish you had a birthday, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading the comments. The 76 house in Old Tapan.
Yeah, we just mentioned that.
Yes. Yeah, Patrick was saying, yeah, I did see that house. That would be very cool to investigate.
Yeah, like I said, I just talked to the owner, so I'm going to try to set something up there.
The other cool piece of evidence I've gotten was when I was with Ron and Lourdes. We were at a VFW in, I cannot remember the town. This is awful. And we were downstairs in the basement, and I picked up something, and I started walking towards, and they had like a spirit box going on. And you hear them ask, like, what is Cassie carrying? And very clearly you hear it go, trophy. I had like a big, like, the VFW, they had like I think it was like a bowling trophy or something. And I was just being stupid and carrying it around. And it said clear as day, it went trophy. And I mean, to the point where we all were like, what? Like, yeah, you know, so it's so small, right? It's so like, you think it's like, so it's like one word, But the fact that there was that validation there was just like,
Isn't that wild? When you get the validation like that, you have something and you say, "What's in my hand?" and it tells you. Or we go like another thing for the people that watching that don't know. Like we'll do EVPs and we say, "Finish this A B C D E," and then after they may say F,
yeah.
but or whatever we do 1 2 3.
In the speech and language field, we call those intraverbals.
Interverbals, okay.
Yeah. So I'm also, if nobody know, I'm also a speech pathologist. So I'd like to use some of those skills to try to communicate also to spirits, because I don't know.
Teach me how to talk.
You talk just fine, Anthony. You're from Queens. How else are you supposed to talk?
I'd be educated.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm smart, Michael.
Yeah, you're smart. I mean, listen, you have been I learned a lot of things from you this past weekend, so you're very smart.
I be smart.
You are.
I be smart. No, I mean, I'd like to share the stuff I experienced through the years with people, and like I said, I'm always learning too. I'm always learning from somebody. I like to share my experiences, and I like to. I'm not the kind of person when somebody comes in something new, and I'm not like, yeah, wow.
Right.
Don't give it a chance. Shut up and listen. That's the best way to learn in this world. Shut up and listen. Absolutely. And you'll learn more that way than if you just think you know it all, or just talk over people, or just don't want to give nothing a chance. Just shut up and listen. And that's how you learn.
Right.
And I learn constantly with people in this field, and that's why I'm happy to be part of this field. And if I could share something with somebody, if they can learn something from me, awesome.
Right. That's why I love it. That's why I love, meeting with different investigators, mediums, psychics, anybody who's in this field. I'll talk to you. I'll ask, I want to learn from you. I want to know what you've experienced, and if we have similar experiences at different places too, because to me, that's validating also. If you go to the same place at different times and yet you both get the same answer, I mean, right? Like that's another oh, you got that? So did I. So you're like, oh, okay, great. That place is awesome to go investigate.
Yeah. When you validate something like that. Yeah.
And then, but how do you know that unless you don't talk to people, Unless you don't try to connect to others that have investigated.
So the para-unity is what we should be doing out there, not the paradrama, which has been goes on. It doesn't just happen anywhere. It happens everywhere in every field and every job, and there's always somebody causing some kind of crap.
Well, because there's ego, right?
Para-ego, we call it para-ego, paradrama. Those are the negative parts about it. But para-unity is when you get a bunch of different teams together and you all share with each other, and and you work together, and you don't just work in little packs and run off with your little group. You work in groups, is working with others. Right. And that's how you learn. I mean, that's the best. That's the best way to do it. That's what para-unity is all about.
Right.
But you got your paradrama. You got the drama queens that want to. They're not in it for the same. There's certain people that are in this field. Is in it not to make any kind of money, not to be famous. I started this, and I know you started. Because it's something we're interested in.
Right.
I'm not going to be a millionaire from this. I'm not. I don't think I made much money. I mean, the one time somebody gave me money for my gas.
Right.
I got my gas covered.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
but how much money I put into it, how much money you put in. You go to these places and you're paying for hotels. You're paying your own gas bill. You're paying everything. People think, oh, you're getting a paranormal. It doesn't work that way.
No.
You know what I mean?
And honestly, I have no interest on like being on TV or anything. I'm good. Like, this is fun. I love coming on podcasts and like talking to different people and doing stuff like that, but I don't know. I would much rather not be on TV. I would much rather just go to places and investigate and find my own evidence than, and just be able to communicate. Like, I think that's my big takeaway, is just trying to communicate with people, and I'm going to say people because spirits are people, um, who have trouble, who can't communicate to others who aren't listening. So that's really the main reason why I jumped into this. Not only because I've had experience since I was young, but
I think everybody had the experience when they were young too.
right. I think everybody, yeah, I think kids, it's awesome. I think when kids are involved too, how easy it is for some kids to just see things and hear things, and I'm like, I want that back. I didn't know I had it until it went away.
Well, I still got a lot of that still. But with me, I just want to, as growing up and the era I grew up with in, we weren't allowed to talk about it. It was like really bad. And it was, it was like, oh, wow, I forgot what I was going to say.
When you were growing up.
Well, I was growing, I know that much.
Talk about
it. I know Ron. I'm going to give this to Ron right now. You couldn't talk about it and stuff like that with the paranormal. But I forgot where I was going with that. Okay. Boy, senior moment.
It happens.
And it just happened.
It happened. Oh, Ron said Elks Lodge in Lyndhurst. That's right. It was in Lyndhurst. I knew it was in Jersey, the Elks Lodge, where we heard the trophy. I just couldn't remember where it was.
Ron brought up a point before you said the word shit.
Oh, yeah. There you go. You got badass. Right?
You can't say shit, but I could wear.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you are a badass ghost hunter, so. It is. That is true.
Go in there and kick some butt.
Yeah. That's something I'm always interested in too, is when people like egg spirits on. Is that something?
Oh, with the egg?
When they try to poke at a spirit to try to get evidence.
Oh, they antagonize
it. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word. Antagonize. Yeah. I don't know. That's not something I would like to do, but is that something you've done before?
I don't believe in that.
No.
I don't believe any of that. To antagonize the spirit to get evidence. When I first started, I think everybody tried to. And nobody's listening to Patrick. And I tried to, back then, we were trying to get evidence, and we thought, hey, let's,
right.
Let's get them mad and see what they're going to do. I found out the way, you see how I investigate. I don't go in, I don't antagonize. I just go in and I'm like, just going in with the mellow type of investigation. And I get a lot of stuff that way. They say you get more with honey.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I go in and I try to do it that way. And I seem to get what, people believe to be evidence. So,
yeah. All right. See, I think that's why we, when you do meet others and then you start investigating more and more. I think that's what tends to happen is like you go with the people that are more chill, you know,
Yeah.
unless you see people antagonizing, and then I'm like, I don't think I'm going to investigate with them again. Because I just don't think it's a good idea. You're
No,
just
I
asking.
don't agree with that. So
Yeah.
some people feel that you should antagonize to get the best of it. No, I never did. I mean, each to their own. If you want to do it and you feel that you're getting good stuff out of it, okay, do it the way you want. If you want to antagonize. But when you get
I
attacked,
won't be around for it.
when you get attacked and something comes at you, or
Right.
how many people? I was on an investigation. This one guy was antagonizing, and I'm like, when somebody does it when I'm there, I let them go.
Right. Yeah. No, I
Let
would
them
never.
go. I'm
I'm
not
not
going to
gonna like
criticize
come and
them as they're
attack
doing
you.
it. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, what a dumbass. And
Yeah.
then he got charged. Something come flying up behind you, hear footsteps behind him, right behind him, and he felt the energy on the back of his head, and he was like and he ran out. And later on, I said, "Go ahead, go back. I think they're waiting for you."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They go running out. You don't play. It's like playing with a snake. You play with that snake, and you keep on. It's gonna bite you. You don't do that.
No.
There's ways. Everybody has their own way. My way is more mellow. Go in, do what you got to do, and show no. And I don't show any feelings or any kind of like if I'm afraid or, we go in with a positive attitude.
Right.
And even if you are afraid, because sometimes you get to locations and that thing does charge up behind you, and I just turn and I go, okay, what's up? What's up? And I bring my camera around and see if there's anything there. So, but I wear the body. I got 2 body cams now. I wear one in the front and one on my back.
That's
So
smart.
if it does charge up behind me,
Right. You're getting it.
I'm gonna get it. Or I'm just gonna at least maybe get the footsteps.
Right.
Or somebody screaming as they running out because this thing just charged them.
I mean, that is creepy when that happens in the dark.
It sure does.
And you're like, wait. You get a little like, wait, where's it coming from? And then you hear something coming toward, and you feel it too. You feel something coming towards you.
Depending on the location too. That happened at me, Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Something came up behind me. Yeah. And big boom. I'm like, okay. I said, oh, you trying to get my attention, huh? And I turn around and I walk back to whatever it was. And then something came up behind me. And I just, okay. What's up? What's going on? You okay?
Yeah.
Everything all right? You could be scared, but as soon as you show that you're afraid of them, that's when they keep on going at you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, they can. Right, they keep poking at you to see if
I think they want to see you scared.
Yeah, that happened. Haiti and I lost at that one though. We were at a Penhurst Asylum.
Penhurst.
Yeah, and we were down in the tunnels, and we were the last ones of the group, like at the end of the group, and all of a sudden we're walking and we're talking to each other, and we look and everybody's far down. So like, I don't know why we were walking so slow.
Mm-hmm.
And then we hear footsteps behind us, and we were like, I thought we were the only ones here. Like just our group. And so we turn around and you keep hearing the footsteps, and then she takes a quick picture and we booked it. We ran because we were like by ourselves. Everybody else is up the tunnel. And she actually, in that picture, you see this really tall shadow.
Oh, wow.
And then we showed it to whoever one of the people that works there, that's there often. And they're like, oh yeah, that's I don't know. They said the guy's name. Apparently there's like a really tall spirit that hangs out in the tunnels. And we were like, oh, well, he was testing us. And we failed because we started running.
I mean, we got a question here. Well, the smells and consuming fear. Well, the dark ones. Not okay, dark ones. So I mean, I've been in locations where it's supposed to be negative energy and stuff, and you smell like sulfur burning, and I usually say that's like evil.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've smelled on locations you get the smells of sulfur or something bad or rot, and they always say something is manifesting that's not good. But I guess also with that, sometimes spirits manifest things that they don't want you in a location, and they're not strong enough to actually scare you. So they'll actually do like a smell or, make themselves as a shadow, make it bigger, just to, make you leave that area.
Right.
So you don't know what you're dealing with half the time. But yeah, consumed with fear. I don't know. I never was really consumed with fear at any location. You got scared, but I'm not too smart. I hear something. I'm never the first to run. I'm always like running towards the noise.
Yeah, you're going, what is that?
What is that? What's going on? I get hit with something or I get scratched. It's like, oh, and I'm like, what are you doing that for? You trying to get my attention? Because I feel that sometimes when they attack you too, they try and get your attention.
Right, because they can't verbalize, right? Or we can't hear what they're saying. So yeah, that's a way of trying to get people's attention.
Yeah.
And it could be seen as evil.
Mm-hmm.
Or it could just be they're trying to, like you said, get your attention.
I mean, they want to talk. They want to talk too. So
right.
So it's a lot to do different techniques with people, and like I said, different groups, and everybody has nowadays everybody has specialties.
Right.
Everybody has specialties, and it got to a different level. When I first started, everybody did the same thing. Everybody did ITC. Everybody did, But it got to a group of people more got it with the ITC, and some got with the, EMFs and just the basic,
recorder
investigation and stuff like that. Yeah, just an audio recording, and like I got into like more the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I'm big with my cameras. I'm still am, and I like my cameras because it has audio and video.
Right. Right.
I mean? That's and I could debunk a lot of stuff because you start seeing somebody talking. If you hear an EVP and he's just recording, like you hear a whisper, and you're like, oh, what's that something? Well, I see somebody's lips moving, or I see him leaning over, whispering to somebody. I know what it is.
Right.
That's what I really have.
Yeah.
Those mirrors make themselves. Yeah, Patrick's writing something. Like a spider crawling the walls. Yes. We had somebody crawl the walls at Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. And Chris Allgood spotted it. It was crawling the wall up and down across the walls and everything.
How did you catch that?
He's seen it because he has abilities. He saw it.
Oh, okay.
And then we went after it, and you could hear the noise going up and down the walls, but you didn't see anything.
Oh, but that's so creepy.
But he's seen it. I seen a shadow, but I couldn't make sure if it was a shadow of that or whatever, because we did have a thunderstorm. I love investigating with thunderstorms. That's the best. People go, oh, that's creepy. No, it's the fast. One of these abandoned buildings or some mansion, old mansion, or
Right.
hotel or lunatic asylums, prisons, and you got a thunderstorm going on. That's the best. Gives you the atmosphere, it
See,
just.
so when we went to Burlington County Prison, there was a really crazy storm, like right before our investigation. And I was excited. I was like, yes, that means, to me, I'm like, it's just going to supercharge everything, right?
Yes,
We got nothing.
really.
It was dead. Dead.
Really.
Yeah. They just, I don't know what happened. Like, we kept listening back. I mean, maybe we caught something here and there, but it was like, it was also felt like they were staying on the outside, if that makes sense. Like, you know how sometimes like you get evidence and you can kind of like just by listening to it tell if something's closer or farther away.
Mhm.
Everything sounded far away. So it just was like I don't think they wanted, I don't know what was happening. They didn't want to come near us or whatever. But I was so hoping. I was like, "Oh, storm was amazing. It's going to rile something up." Nothing.
Maureen, you see
Now,
Maureen, right? Gabagool. Are you behaving?
she's asking you that. I don't think she's
Yeah.
asking me that.
Hey, I'm a behaving. Hey, so leave me alone.
Anthony's always behaving.
I'm a good boy.
He is a good boy.
I be good. Yeah.
Um, but
So
yeah, I know. I was so excited for it, and we got nothing that night. So
really,
I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Burlington usually gets stuff.
That's what I'm.
They get
That's why I
stuff.
think like they were just staying away from us for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but it just we got nothing.
Because usually the charge in the air is good.
That's what I.
When throwing storms and everything, that's the most awesome. And you get a storm going, and it's like charge the air, and you're gonna get a lot of stuff.
That's what I was hoping
But
for, but it happened. That's another thing that happens too. Like for people who don't investigate, you will go to some places and nothing might happen. And
mhm.
that doesn't mean, it's not haunted. It just might mean, the spirits didn't want to come out and play.
Exactly.
They
I
didn't
mean,
want to come communicate.
that's right. I mean, and the place is because the place is old and all. People like, oh wow, look at that.
Right.
Look at that place. It's old and yeah, sometimes have history, but I mean, you go there and it's like nothing.
Right.
There's nothing going on there, and then somebody else goes there. There's something.
Right.
So
Yeah. It's interesting how that happens.
it's interesting how they come to you too. Some spirits come to people more than other people. I mean, and I don't know if it's because their abilities or whatever they might have from spiritual or the spirits on the other side and recognizing them. But some people get it more than other people. You can walk down a block and take a picture, and all of a sudden there's a spirit like you're
Right.
giving
True.
you the middle finger, and flipping the bird at you, and like,
I would
oh
love that.
man, that's rude.
They're probably from Jersey or New York.
Yeah, they're from New York. Hey,
Yeah.
that's actually hit a turning signal in New York.
Yeah, exactly.
You just stick the finger out. Hey, I'm saying hi. Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that's funny. But spirits come to some people more than others, and
Yeah.
some people get good evidence. Some people get you know, you look at some people's evidence and I'm like, they're really putting that out there. Yeah, it's like, all right, I won't knock them and everything, but I look at some of these people's
Yeah.
evidence and I'm like, I don't know, that's questionable. Did
Yeah.
if I put something out there, I have a lot of people checking it before I even put it out there. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm pretty good at listening to stuff or finding stuff. I mean, I can find stuff in pictures all the time, but before I put it out there, I'll go amongst the people and
You
like,
want it
what do you
validated.
think?
Yeah.
What do you
Right.
think? You know,
Right.
and it's sometimes, yeah, and then somebody points out something and it's questionable. I don't throw it away. I put it aside,
Yeah.
and then later on you can, decide, and then okay, then you throw it away if you really think it's nothing. Because
Right.
you know how many pictures I have cemeteries, pictures of cemeteries in my computer. I mean, it's like I got keep it Ron and Lourdes. I got more pictures of them on investigations than I have of my family. It's like, it's like because you go on investigation,
Right.
and
You
you
take a
take
lot.
pictures of
Yeah.
three. You know,
Right. Right.
so the people out in the audience that don't know how investigate want to. When we do investigations, we take pictures of three because if you take one, two, three, you take them in a row, and there's something in one of them and not the other one. It could be a spirit because a
Right.
spirit. The only thing that can move that fast to be in one picture and not all three. So we try
Right.
to validate if something's moving, you can see the movement. So you get the pictures of three, and then the other two pictures you get rid of, and then you keep the pictures with the evidence. But I got on my computer here, I have like almost 10,000 pictures.
Of just cemeteries.
Well, yeah, more than the cemeteries, but now
Okay.
investigations because I do videos, so I got a lot of
Right.
videos too.
Right. Right.
I got like almost like 7,000 videos. I got 4 terabytes on my computer. I'm pretty much. I think I took half of it already.
Oh my God.
On my.
I mean, I can imagine because I mean, if it's a 5-6 hour investigation, you're gonna need a lot of space if you're, video. I mean, I know you're not videoing the whole time. You got to set up.
I am.
But
That's
you
simple.
do videos, so
I video it the whole time. I mean, they make fun of me because I'll videotape things and at the Ritz Hotel. No, not the
okay,
Ritz Hotel. Sorry, not the Ritz Theater in Jersey.
okay,
And I was investigating with Jenny, and we were in one of the dressing rooms there. And when she was on last week, we brought it up and stuff. Was she on last week? She was on recently, but it was like there's a room that the door actually opens, and we got it on. I got it on camera. She had it on the inside, but I had a camera in there, and I had like a couple hours of the camera watching a doorknob. Now you sit there and you're doing a review
right,
on a doorknob just to see the freaking thing just turn.
right,
And you're saying that now it's like, there's nothing. Now, of course, with the cameras too, I listen for the EVPs and everything else,
right.
But it was like an hour or so of watching a doorknob on a freaking, just to watch it turn, to open the door. That's what investigate. People think, oh, you just go in there with a piece of equipment and you're going to get something, or no. The hardest part about investigating is the reviews.
Yes.
Where you're trying to hear the EVPs. Because when you go in, I used to go in, that's why I stopped bringing all my cameras. I used to go in and have about 5 or 6 cameras.
Oh my God.
All right. Now you videotape it for 7, 8, 9, 10 hours.
Right.
Now you got 5 cameras, 10 hours worth of video on each camera.
Right. You're watching 50 hours.
Yeah. All right. So right there alone, it takes, your eyes are you're listening, you got the headphones, then you stop it and say, is that something? And then you realize it's some idiot whispering.
Yep.
But
it does feel good when you get that piece of evidence.
Yes.
And I think that's what we're always searching for, is that feeling.
Yeah. You got 50 hours worth of video and you get one guy, one thing.
Yeah, you get 10 seconds.
What did he say?
Not even.
He said, yes. He answered my question. It's like, He said, yes. 50 hours just to get one yes.
I know, but it feels good when you get that yes, though.
It really is. It's like you constantly just go and, you know, you just want to hear something. Yeah. And you listen. And when you hear that one, you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now listen 40 more hours of this.
Right, listen, right. That was tape 1.
Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of good stuff here. You know. So it's, you know.
But it's also, I think yes, we're also there to get evidence, but I think it also is you get to hang out with like-minded individuals. You get to I think there's a part of it also about like getting to see you guys, right? Like that's why I went to Gettysburg. I didn't have any investigations lined up or anything, but the Gettysburg Bash, I was like, I just want to go to see everybody because I haven't seen anybody in so many years. And like I think that's part of it too. It's just it becomes, you make friends and then you're like, I want to hang out with these people and investigate, and it's the going out to eat before or afterwards and all that stuff.
That's you got to go out and eat before you go on investigation.
Yes.
Then afterwards, because I mean you need the energy, because if you get drained,
oh yeah,
people don't realize that you have to have the, and then you're on investigation, you're getting dry mouth because they're starting to drain you.
Yeah.
So you have to have water and one thing, and then after the investigation, you're wiped out. You need something to fuel yourself, and I do a lot of fueling.
Yes. As do I.
You know what I mean?
As do I.
No, you go there and say, "Yeah, give me the left side of the menu."
I call it a paranormal hangover. Like I'm like 2 days after investigations, I'm just like I'm so out of it. And I think part of it, staying up late and doing all that, but I think it is the whole, because yes, we're hanging out and like we're there to investigate, so mentally also it's very draining, right? You're just always like thinking and hoping and watching and I don't know. It gets very draining. So for the next 2 days afterwards, I'm like so out of it. I'm so out of it. And my husband knows. He's like, yeah, that's because you were on investigation. I'm like, yep. Worth it. Worth every moment. But I definitely get drained after investigation.
You do get the paranormal hangover afterwards.
Yeah.
And because you're up for so many hours, and because a lot of places we have to drive to, nothing seems to be in our backyard. Nothing,
I know.
Nothing's by me. I always have to drive to Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maine, West Virginia to get all the good investigations.
Yeah, I know.
So there's nothing by me, and I mean, there are stuff that I used to go to, but you want the good stuff, you go somewhere. You have to go upstate New York.
Yeah.
Where there's still, places, because there's a lot of places here were torn down and they rebuild, and so that's what you have to go other places.
Right. Yeah, it does take some travel.
And then you have to drive back. That's the worst. It's just driving back.
Yeah, I know.
24 hours. Sometimes you have 36 hours, and you're driving back.
Yeah.
You got to pull over and get something to eat or drink or whatever. Just use a bathroom just to get some kind of, just to wake you back up.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I don't know about everybody else. I think everybody has some kind of my thing keeps me going is a whole slew of Red Bulls. The Red Bull. Mm-hmm.
They should sponsor you guys, man. You're going to be getting cases of Red Bull now.
Are you kidding me? It was funny because the Strauss Mansion, I went this weekend. I was there Saturday. I drove to the Poconos after that.
I couldn't believe you were doing
Okay,
that.
and of course I left there. What time we get out of there?
We
Like
left. I think well, I left at 1.
You left
I
at 1.
think
And we
you were
still there.
still there when I
Like
left.
1. I think we left. I would say I got on the road maybe about 2:00, 2 a.m.
God.
I didn't get to the Poconos a quarter to 5, almost 5:00. There was a car on the middle of the road on the way down there in flames. They closed the road down. I actually put my car in park. Some people shutting their cars off.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Couldn't you do this like a half hour after I passed here?
Right.
No. It's yeah, but the Red Bull, I know people drink a lot of other stuff, but
Yeah,
the
everybody's
Red Bull is
saying
what I do.
coffee. Coffee.
Yeah, oh yeah, coffee.
Oh yeah, coffee.
That's the way they say coffee.
Coffee.
Get some coffee in you. Some black coffee or sambuca.
I do soda. I do like coffee every once in a while, but I like my Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
A
I
good
love
Dr. Pepper.
but Dr. Pepper doesn't love me. And when I'm not home, I don't drink it.
I know. Yeah.
I don't get stuck on the road somewhere and I'm like, okay, Dr. Pepper's give me a prostate exam. So yeah, I wait till I get home. Yeah, coffee. Yeah, that's it too. Coffee and donuts or some kind of snack to keep us going. You know what I mean? It's Giuseppe. You know what he carries in his truck? The Scooby snacks. He does. He has Scooby snacks. He carries in the truck because he has the van that says on the plates, I, the letter C, Ghost.
Yeah, I think
that's our van.
I think I do know that van because we did the Jenny Wade house together, right? In Gettysburg, like years ago.
I don't remember the Jenny Wade house with you.
The Jenny Wade house. I do remember the van.
Okay, yes. You went to Gettysburg. You, Haiti, and Mikey.
Yes. And we did the Jenny Wade house, and I remember the van.
We all went to dinner before that.
At the Dobbin house.
At the Dobbins. Yeah, and Joe had the van then.
Yep.
Yes,
I remember I know that van.
Yeah.
That was my first time going to the Gettysburg Bash, and that was amazing.
Yeah.
That was a great Jenny Wade house. You were what?
I think I talked at that one. I had
at that bash?
I was the first speaker on on the Friday as soon as they opened up.
Oh, okay.
I had like 4 people in the room. Like, it just opened up. It's like, okay. And then I had to talk because I had other people coming in after me.
Right.
So you had to talk, and I have like 4 people there. And, I could talk to just 4 people. I could talk to anyone.
Right.
But I just, I'm like, I got 4 people. Yeah, okay.
I'm sure they were all listening to you.
Yeah. At least none of them yawned, so that was a good sign.
There you go. That's a good sign right there.
Ron from ERT, the guy who runs this thing, he wants to go on investigation next year. But when I go to the Gettysburg Bash, the only investigation I do is to a bottom of a bottle.
I think most people do.
And I get invited. I was invited like on 4 different, because I'm there I was there from Thursday night. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right.
And I was invited on an investigation each and every one of those nights. And I was on a couple of them. And each and every one of those nights, I'm like, thank you, but I need to, because I don't drink and drive and all that stuff. I'm always driving. My wife doesn't drive, so I drive everywhere with her, my kids, my family, and stuff like that. So I don't, if I go somewhere, I have maybe a beer and then like 13 cups of coffee,
Yeah.
And so it's like, so when I go to the bash, the only thing I got to drive is, she's coming in.
Oh, Maureen's coming back.
The only thing I got to drive is
Hello.
the elevator.
I'm
Are you back?
I'm back.
You missed the whole front. You missed the whole front. We had echo time.
We fixed it.
I
Though.
I heard the echo.
We fixed it. Well,
It sounds much better.
Bobby popped in a couple times.
Good job, Bobby. Thank you for that.
Yes.
So I'm back from the beach.
There he is. Bobby's here.
Yep, I fixed
Thanks,
it.
Bobby.
I fixed it. Thank you all. All right.
Thank you. You
Thank
passed
you,
the audition,
Bobby.
Bobby.
All right.
You passed the
Hey,
audition.
Lady.
Yeah.
So I'm back.
Take care,
I'm
y'all.
back from the beach. Thank you. No, I was attacked by some born again Christians.
Did
you tell them you were coming onto your paranormal podcast?
I was literally talking to Anthony. I was asked, where will you spend eternity?
I didn't try tying you to a stake and burning you.
I think they were going to try that next. Hi, Patrick. Yeah, it was an interesting evening, and then they followed us.
Did they?
They did.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I know I won't spend eternity here. I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so here's how we spent our night. Fudge.
Fudge. Look at this.
We got some saltwater taffy. We
Had the place Monty you went to? Because we're starting a investigation. Cassie and I, all haunted delis, restaurants,
food places.
I'm in, totally in.
We'll investigate for food, for free food.
We're gonna have signs on our back saying we investigate for food.
Dead meat and seafood.
Ooh.
I'm always in for that stuff. I saw Patrick said pizza earlier. Good for me too.
Mm-hmm. We got some pizza. Haunted pizza place.
I'm good for any pizza. I'm good for gabagool.
Haunted gabagool place.
Did I miss anything good? What?
You missed the echoes and everything.
Yeah, that happened. Yeah, that was a good probably 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah, we had the whole echo. Bobby had to come in and save the day. And they found out it was my thing. I had to put something, press echo. But I wasn't echoing. Everybody else was. But I got blamed for it.
Well, you're the easy one there, buddy.
I'm always getting blamed for stuff.
Yeah, so we had an interesting night. But I'm glad you guys were having fun.
Yeah, we talk about everything. You kidding?
Yeah, we were talking about, different places we've been to investigate and para-unity.
Oh, that's about right up there with this.
I don't think it's that bad, but
yeah, we talked about stuff, and
stuff and things. You're talking about stuff and things.
Things.
Cass, where was your favorite place that you've investigated?
My favorite place, I would say Hinsdale. I know I keep bringing back Hinsdale, but I want to make a whole weekend where I go and do Hinsdale and then do Wildwood Sanitarium like the next day. Because if I'm driving 5 to 6 hours, I want to make a whole weekend out of it.
And they do have that too. You can do it.
Yeah.
They do set it up.
So wait, where are you located?
I'm in North Jersey. So I'm like 20 minutes from New York City. Right over the bridge.
Gotcha.
You're off 80?
Yeah.
I want your opinion on something after you go. So we could all go together and I'll ask you after that. Or let me know when you go and I want to ask you something.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you something. You know?
I want to ask you something.
You want to ask
to
me
ask.
something?
Want to ask you something.
Another place I really want to go to is the Queen Mary, but that would take a whole.
Yeah.
I got to go out to California and do. I got an 8-year-old, so that takes plans. You know,
if we ever do that, we'll talk to Ron because Ron has connections.
I know.
I would love to go there.
Someplace, and I want to sleep in that haunted room and everything.
I always, when I go places, I always ask for the haunted rooms or haunted, you know.
Yep.
And sometimes it's like nothing happens to me in those rooms.
I know.
It's like I could have got a cheaper room, and I get more activity there.
You know what? I just have to mention this. I can't do it yet because it's not going to come up. But it's so funny how when we go places, that everything we do revolves around what we do. Our friend Chris Sanders is on TV right now.
There you go.
Yeah, he's on the new episode of, what is it? A Ghost Ruined My Life.
Oh,
so
really?
Shout out to Chris Sanders.
Oh, Chris, I'm going to see him this month at the Sleepy Hollow.
Yeah, I think Tammy, isn't he? Yeah. He's going to be there. Yeah, I missed you guys. Yeah, so he will be there.
Matter of fact, Tim and I were talking about doing an investigation.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like investigating with different people. It's like it shakes things up. We could get everybody involved in like even like big groups and kind of splitting off and trying to investigate with, you know, different people that you've never investigated with, just to kind of see how they do things different. I think that's great.
And that's what we were talking about before, how, you know, we get with different people all the time. And I mean, all the different groups that we all have affiliations with now. And that's what's good about the show. We're all affiliated with different groups along, you know, in Jersey and over in Pennsylvania, and look,
we're going to have some major things coming up, but we can't announce it yet.
But you know, it's always good to work with other people. You know, and we talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
you know how different people. Everybody has a different techniques of investigating and stuff like that. So, you know,
and different people get connected different ways too. We were saying, like, it's just interesting.
What's on your bucket list to go do in investigations?
So
you swap back.
Whom? Oh, Maureen or me?
Maureen, you got ghosts behind
Maureen, you.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Tammy, have you seen Tammy walk by? She in the mirror? Hello.
No, I don't think she was in the mirror.
She walked by. I see in the mirror.
Oh, I didn't realize I was that close to it. My phone was dying, so I could plug it in.
I see these things.
Debunked.
Okay, Tammy. So Tammy. What?
We just debunked you. You're in the mirror. I seen you in the mirror. So I see something moving in the background. I think it's ghost automatically.
Let's see. Bucket list. This is a big one. There's something I can't answer because it's going to be happening very shortly, but let's see. I don't know if I can answer any of it right now. I've always wanted to go to the Queen Mary. Absolutely. I wanted to go to the Winchester.
Oh yeah. That's on my list too.
Tammy said Alcatraz.
Yeah, I've been there.
Can you investigate
Um,
that though?
Well,
I
I
don't
went
know.
on a
Can you?
tour.
I think you could go there for a tour, but I don't think you can investigate it.
Yeah.
I've been there in 1986.
That's the
Back
year.
then, and I had a lot of experiences there. And yeah, that's the year you were born, wasn't it?
Wait,
86.
what year? Oh my God.
You were born in 86. I'm investigating in 86.
Listen, get her bottle warmed up for her. I'm kidding.
Jesus.
So
I don't
I
understand
have a
things.
lot of evidence from, and I know Jenny doesn't like that word evidence, but um, Eastern State Pen. I would love to shut the place down and have all of us go.
Yeah. So I have a
I'll
story
do that
about
no
that
more.
place. So for my 5th wedding anniversary, my husband and I went down to Philly, and I was like, can we please go? Now my husband's not into this. He doesn't want to know anything. He doesn't he believes in it, but he's just like,
Okay, well, at least he's halfway there. So
yes, yeah, he's halfway there, but he doesn't. So then I was like, please, can we go? And he goes, we can go during the day, but we're not going at night. I said, fine. So we did an audio tour. My ass was getting pinched the entire time, and nobody was behind me. And then as I was about to leave to go into like the courtyard, I had the headphones on for the audio tour, and it sounded like there was whispering outside the headphones. And I thought like my husband was saying something to me. So I take off the headphones and I turn around and I was like, what did you just say to me? And he starts walking past me. He goes, I didn't say anything to you. I went, oh. And so like I look around, nobody else is around. And then as I'm about to step outside, I hear very clearly in my ear, enjoy the sun. And I
Wow.
step outside and felt nothing. Like there wasn't anything following me.
enjoy the sun.
Enjoy the sun.
Yeah, those didn't they have like little rooms
Yeah.
where they used to call it like the God window or something like that.
Right.
And because it was straight up. It was made like over that building was made over like a old Dutch type jails.
Yeah, so there's the center, and then there's
They made it like a wagon wheel.
Yes. Yeah.
So you could sit in the center and look
And
down.
there was like a symbolism to it. When Ben Franklin designed it, he made it like a wagon wheel for, God, I can't remember what they said it was, but it was like each thing meant something like, I don't know if it was like humility and something else and whatever, but each spoke meant something.
Yeah, because at first it was built as they really were thinking rehabilitation and not just sticking people in cells. They actually were trying to be forward thinkers and go, oh, let's actually teach these prisoners skills, and then somewhere along the way that went out the window. And yeah, there's definitely.
It was violent. It was brutal. The windows, they actually had the windows there so that the water can drip into their cells so they could collect the water so they could use it for drinking.
Yeah.
And it was extremely brutal. Like their solitary confinement was harsh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice best Alcatraz. or West Virginia Penitentiary. You ever been there? That is an awesome place. I've been there twice. That is a crazy place to be.
This place is. Have you ever been to Eastern State Pen, Anth?
Eastern State? No.
It's a weird place.
It is.
I went to West Virginia Penitentiary, and that was violent. Matter of fact, in the women's ward, Charles Manson's mother was arrested, and she was put there.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
And the entrance of it was, we had a person there, and we heard the person's name, so it was like, and um, we asked, person, the guy giving the tour, and we said, heard his name, and he said the all hope ends here, and that was the sign that was there, and it was interesting because that's Dante from Dante's Inferno. That's the entrance to hell. That's what it's called. All hope ends here, and that was there was because it was a revolving door. He went through the revolving thing. He walked in, and that's where the sign was. And it was bad. It was bad there. People getting murdered constantly, and I went to one of the cells. We lost Maureen. I went into one of the cells there of the guy Red, and he was supposed to be the head of the white supremacist, and he was killed there and stuff. So he's like one of the most haunted cells. They say you leave cigarettes there as an orphanage, so he leaves you alone. So I went in there, hung out. But we drove down to West Virginia, like a 7-hour ride, and then we did an investigation. I was up close to 38 hours, almost 40 hours. So I go in that cell. I'm doing a session, and everybody goes, "You hear that?" I don't hear nothing. They come over. I was sleeping in Red's bed. I slept in the most.
Oh my God.
It was like, yeah, but yeah, that place is awesome. Well, my bucket list place, top one is the Sally House, and the Sally House is also is called the haunting.
That's a good one.
Of Homeland. Of I think Heartland, the haunting of the Heartland, and it I first. That's how I really got to understand them. There's people actually out there investigating and stuff. I actually watched the show Sightings, and they had that location, and it was a Sally House. They called it the Sally House, but the male owner, was getting scratched constantly. I mean, scratches that when they did the show there, they brought in psychic. Oh, I forgot his first name. His last name was James. Great psychic. He used to do the Queen Mary all the time, and the guy's getting scratched. They called up the show to try to get an investigation there, and as they're recording, the guy's like, the owner was there. All he starts like pick up the shirt. You can see the scratches forming in blood at that time. So I'm like, oh. I see these people walking around with cameras and doing it. It's like, that's what I want to do. Yeah. I was always into it, since I was a kid, but I was always into it. But I was like, I want to go to Sally House. I want to go. Peter James. Thanks, Ron. I knew you would know. Peter James was a psychic on that show. And that was really something. I always wanted to go to that place. Maybe one day I'll make it down there. I think it's in Indiana or something like that. It's like on the other side of the country somewhere, but that'd be awesome to go check out, Go there and she'll have her scratching me, I know that
another place I'm putting on my list.
Yeah, the house murders, that house, there's a bunch of things that I would like to go to, but we're on the East Coast, so we have what we got to deal with here, which we got some of the best stuff.
I was gonna say, I feel like I haven't even touched the surface of places that we can investigate on the East Coast. Yeah, I want to go down to St. Augustine because that place, it's one of the oldest, forts in the country.
Yes.
So I would love to go down there too.
Yeah, that's. I want to go to the lighthouse down there.
Yeah,
in Augustine, because they had the Spanish-American War there, and there was so many wars that happened there. I read about that with the Spanish-American War, where the beach was like, because they were running up the beach and they were just shooting them as they're coming up. The Spanish were they're shooting them, and the beach was just red
It's red
blood.
with blood. Yeah.
I would love to go to that place.
Yeah.
But we still got a lot of stuff up here too that we could go to.
Right.
And so I love to go. There's so many places, and there's more places that I'm learning about as we go along, as we're with people. Oh, we lost her again. As we start going with other people, we start, learning about all these new places.
Right. Exactly.
To.
And I also love, I do like, yes, you have to pay for an investigation, but I love knowing that my money is going towards restoring the place, right? Like
Renovations, yes.
Right. Like I would much rather, if I'm going to go visit someplace, I'd rather give them the money and know that it's going to be helping to build up those locations and hopefully make those locations last a little longer for other investigators to investigate and gather evidence and, have their stories be told. So that's another reason why I love investigating. And I don't mind spending the money because at least I know it's going for something good.
Yeah, you look at the location and you're like, they charge a lot. But then, like you said, it's going to somewhere.
Right.
But then again, sometimes they really think, you want people to come like us, working class people.
Right. Not to say people can't be greedy. There's definitely greedy people out there.
Yeah.
But, there are those places where I don't like the Shanley Hotel. Like, I don't mind spending that money to go there and investigate because you're staying in an amazing room.
Yeah.
That's like a step up to the other places we usually go to. But also I know the money's going towards, fixing
You haven't
up.
been to Shanley lately, have you?
No, but I've been seeing.
They got a seance room, and they got a room where they have parties now. Scotty just had his birthday party out there. Scotty the Medium.
That's awesome.
Yeah, the birthday party out there. Him and a couple other guys dressed like Ghostbusters. They walked around. Yeah, but yeah, it looks like a good place. I'm thinking about next year, maybe having one of my parties there.
Yeah, why not? I hope I get an invite.
We go, hey, come on down. You believe in ghosts? Come in.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, but yeah, Kelly, the owner, is so nice. She's such a pleasant person, and best one tonight was the best one ever. Okay, see,
even with the echo, Marco.
Yeah, even with the echo, huh?
Even with the echoes.
The echoes and everything. Yeah, 20 minutes. What was it, like 20 to a half hour worth of echoes before we begin the show?
My dad came down at some point. He was trying to help me out.
Trying to help out. Yeah. I'm there doing my thing, and all trying to do something, and then finally the echo's gone. Thank you, Marco. Yeah. Well, we did miss Maureen.
Yes. But she was on the beach getting saved.
Yeah. She was on the beach buying
Nothing
fudge.
Nothing could save me, Cass.
Buying fudge. Yeah.
I'm broken.
I always tell our friends who have, whenever they have like a baptism or something, I'm like, I'm gonna come, but I might catch on fire. I'm just gonna let you know. I'll come support you, but I don't think your big guy's gonna like that I'm in your house. Yeah, no. That I'm in his house.
Walk in and
yeah.
That was Cassie.
Yeah, that was Cassie.
What happened? She walked into a church. Yeah, so I mean, anything else on your bucket list that you think you would like to go to, or I got a shitload of stuff. Jenny,
I'll go anywhere.
You go anywhere.
I'll go anywhere. If there's an invite, I'll go. I'll try it.
You should come to. We're gonna have the. Oh wow, Sleepy Hollow. The it's coming up soon.
I know, and I have something that weekend. Same thing with the one that's usually by us in Woodbridge. What's that one?
The Para-Unity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one.
There's a
I'm like,
Para-Unity.
I have a wedding in Virginia that weekend too.
Ah,
So
well,
I
we'll be
know.
there. I'll be there with Ron and Lourdes. They have a booth. They have a room in the back, so I'll be there with them.
Oh,
You know?
okay.
Plus, I'm going to the night before. They have the VIP party.
Oh.
So,
Excuse you, Anthony. Very
some
important
elbows,
person.
eh? Yeah, yeah, VIP party. Yeah, last year I met the Ghost Brothers there. They're pretty cool. The what was it? The kids, the Destination Fear. They were
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
I was talking to them a lot of the night. And the Ghost Hunters, not the Ghost Hunters, Jason and Steve and Dave. Got to talk to them
Oh,
somewhat.
very cool.
And, a couple people. They're all nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, this year John Zaff's supposed to be there.
Oh,
John's
gonna be
great to work. John is a really good guy. We worked with him a couple times. We did the Shanley with him. He just pops up out of nowhere. Shanley. And we just did the Conjuring House recently. Also,
Oh,
he showed up. So that was pretty cool doing Conjuring House with John.
wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Talk about worth experience and knowledge. You know what I mean? It was good. He's good to work with. But yeah, he just pops up. It's like, where did he come from?
There's no planning. He just
It's like he just pops up. It's like,
he's
okay.
the ghost hunting fairy.
He's like, "Ooh."
He just pops
Yeah.
up anywhere.
Yeah. But I mean, it's going to be more investigations coming up soon and stuff like that. But I think more right now is the paracons and stuff like
Right.
that.
Yeah.
And I know Richard's been inviting us on stuff. So not sure what's next. So it's been, it's great when people, just invite you on places. And it's really nice that people respect you enough to actually want you there.
Yes. No, that I always feel honored when I do get an invite.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know it, I wouldn't be getting an invite if I was annoying or something. So I know that's the truth.
Yeah.
So I appreciate the invites to places.
Yeah, well, it's always good. Oh yeah, Jenny's come to the Ritz.
Yeah, let's do it.
Ritz is
let's
great.
Figure out
the
time,
good.
day and time.
That's a good place. I've done that a couple times already, and she's my partner. Jenny's always with me when we go there, and she always walks around with me. So this is my partner when we go locations, and she pops up. This time at the Strauss, I pretty much stayed in one room and doing what we're doing.
Yeah,
Was coming in.
We stayed in the library.
Jenny's always there with me. Yeah.
That's right, Jenny. Your partner's a very important person.
Yeah.
The VIP.
So, you have anything coming up soon or anything? No.
Investigation wise, not yet. Nope.
Are you gonna make any appearances anywhere?
I don't. Maybe the Ritz Theater. I'll be going. Maybe that'll be the next thing.
The Ritz would be great. We got to go down there and
I'll plan something.
Yeah,
I don't mind planning events either. So I'll start looking up places and start sending out invites.
Yeah, great.
Yeah.
We would like to have you investigate with us. If we have anything going, we'll let you know.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
So, okay, Maureen's over there. So everybody tonight, thank you for coming.
Yes, thank you for watching. Oh yeah, Kingsland. That's right.
Kingsland.
Patrick wants to go to Kingsland.
That'd be great. I would love to.
I've never done that one either.
I'm laughing because of a different reason, but yeah, I would love to go back to Kingsland. So Maureen, you back with us?
Yeah. I'm letting you run the show. So I don't know if Bobby has his show tonight or not. I can never remember this because I don't know. I'm probably brainless at this point. But thank you, Cass, for helping out, and Anthony for taking over tonight. I really
thank you.
appreciate
Thank you so much
it.
for having me.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for showing up tonight as usual. I don't want to keep you all much longer. I have to sign off the show, but I just want to remind everybody, Thursday night, 7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as usual. You can catch us on the regular channels. Oh yeah, Space Wave 204 in 15 minutes. So we're going to get going. But next Thursday, we have Cody Despiens and Satori Haas will be with us. So again, Thursday nights.
Very cool.
Be with us.
I'll be watching.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Okay. Thanks, Cass, for being with us, and thanks, Anthony. So signing off.
Thank you.
I am Maureen Grudzinski. I am with my co-host Anthony Simonelli and the great Cassie Manickram. Have a great evening, Anthony.
I want to say safe. Stay safe. You want to go out there and you want to look for a ghost, not be a ghost. Now listen to this. Forget about it.
Thanks, everybody. Have a great evening.
Thank you. Good night.